Welcome
Great, let's do
everybody.
this.
Hello.
ShellCast. Tomorrow marks the start of season 4. Great. Hold on. Why? Stop dragging him in, please. Anyway, why is Ford Diesel here?
Uh,
Yeah, stop. No one add or remove anyone.
bruh.
Next
Okie
person
dokie.
to drag someone in gets kicked from the call.
Stop.
Uh,
Can you guys stop adding it for Christ's sake? Anyway, so let's get started. First thing we want to talk about is, as most of you probably know, there's been what, 3 or 4 new maps? There was the Death Pit, Castle, the new Castle one where it's just like a battle royale type thing in the middle. There's Road, and then there's one more, so there's 4.
Have
Um,
you said Death Pit?
there's 6 new maps. 6? There's Death Pit, there's the
Uh,
Castle
yeah.
one,
Here,
there's
let
the
me pull it
Road.
up.
but these new maps are meant to be for like many like 1v1s, 2v2s. There's supposed to be more for.
Yeah, the 2 of the maps, I do have to add something to that. Road and Death Pit, I feel like they could kind of be used for a team kind of set game. Um, for the simple fact that both of them have very symmetrical kind of styles. Death Pit also has a lot of coverage. One thing I don't like about, see, I like Death Pit. It's small, but it's got like it's very vertical. It's got 3 tiers. It's got like the base floor, then it's got the second floor, and then it's got the top. And there's all the like the coverage from the walls, and you got the crossways between each platform and stuff. And then the thing I like about what's it called? Road is that it's like basically the exact same on both sides, so it's like a fair map to play on. And then the only downside to that is it's like a massive gaping hole like right down the middle when you go on that actual road, so it's like easy pickings for snipers or just
We're all
tossing
pretty
grenades.
sniper oriented right now.
They're gonna
Yeah, as
balance them for
Simon
comp.
said.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a lot of glitches in that map with the wooden spikes at the bottom. Players tend to just go straight through it, and it like does mess up gameplay. But it doesn't. It's not that bad. It's
Yeah.
definitely something a wizard could focus on, and like
I definitely like
yeah.
the concepts of the new maps. I mean,
For sure.
not so much as like the 2 maps that they made, basically like the space 1v1 or the space arena and then the castle arena. I mean, those are for a very specific kind of um like
They've
gameplay
actually
kind of.
had those out for a long time. They teased them when they released the RPEG trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, another important point, well, at least we have 2 extra maps. Like, 2 is worlds better than no maps.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One
Gone
quick
so
thing.
many months without having a valid map since. And when did Fort Flip come out? It must have been December,
It's pretty
somewhere around
old
there.
now. Yeah.
On time. So we have the maps. They have their strengths and they have their weaknesses, but the most important part is that they're there.
Yeah, I agreed. It's always nice to see new content coming out. I
Bringing in
especially
a lot of
love the
variety.
new interface that they made. That really made
Yeah,
things look
the
more
new
professional. And
homepage looks
oh yeah,
amazing.
yeah. One thing I think it was, hey guys, yeah, hey guys said it. He said answer the question some people want to know. Will the server ever get partnered/verified? I've gone through the partner process. I've inquired about it quite a bit. The response I got back from Discord was they will partner companies like video game like Blue Wizard Digital. They're a company, and they'll also partner esports teams. Um, we are neither of those. We're an esports league, and they don't partner those. Um, so that's like the main thing about that. I did inquire about it. They said, you have the numbers, you've got, all this other stuff. It's just that we don't partner with um, specific like kind of Discord servers. It's really only a certain select few that'll get partnered. So that's that about that question. Anyway, next topic, updates on season 4. One of the things you guys might notice, let me quickly do this. Hide this. If I do this, transition. we added a transition. Beautiful. Something we've wanted for a long time. Finally got it. I did switch to OBS Streamlabs. Also, so I'm not a noob anymore. And you guys can also see down below the actual stream. We do have new
Panels.
clickable panels, yeah. So you can click on all 4 of those, go to the different social medias we have. Um, it's just, it's nicer having a cleaner look. Love that always. Great work from EggSlayer and AC and all of the rest of our graphic designers. I think Bean's in there. Chelsea, you did some graphic work, right?
I tried making some of the panels, but then AC, he was able
Ace,
to get all the
AC and Ultra
backgrounds
Cordy did a lot of stuff for
Yeah.
us.
So much love to those guys, really making us look better. The stream is too laggy for me because my Wi-Fi. Okay. Anyone else want to touch on that stuff?
Not
Updates,
really. We
updates
covered
coming on
the
season
most
4.
part.
We covered
We're
it
having
all.
server changes we'll be working on as time goes on, trying to improve the server.
Oh yeah, this is always
So-
going to be a work in progress. We're always striving to make things better and all that stuff. Recently we added the giveaways. We have league mail, so you guys can ask your questions there.
And
Giveaways,
not
we're giving away
ping
codes.
synthetic, and not ping thick, please, in general.
Yeah.
Just DM the league mailbot.
If you guys
and
have any
I'll get
questions or
to you.
anything like that, you could just go through the league mail. That's why it's
Let
there.
me cover something real quick.
Go ahead.
So, Juke, you were asking about the new staff coming. We have applications open. We will be announcing the people who get the roles in 2 weeks. So be sure to apply. If we feel your application is, say, worthy, you'll go through an interview, and through that interview, we'll find whether we feel you are a good choice for that role. And if you are, welcome to staff.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of roles that we have. I'm just gonna touch on them real quick. Or Synthetic, you want to touch on them since it was kind of your
Vincent Federt had it planned.
Okay, so the new roles for applications. So for the time being, we're looking for people that are trying to apply for team manager. So that whoever applies for team manager works on functions and the primary point of contact and escalation point for all teams and player related issues. Then there's operations man responsible for facilitating tournaments, internal competition scheduling, so like tournament games. And then there's marketing manager who does the business side of the league, right? And then we have
Yes.
stream manager who like works towards stream graphics, things
Well,
like that.
marketing's also advertising
Yeah,
and said
so-
partnerships and
for
sponsorships,
sure.
etc.
Exactly. And community manager, who I'm pretty sure Bunny is right now,
Currently,
runs
yeah.
social media and many of the announcements. Works very closely with marketing manager, who, like Bunny said, does advertisement. And then there's just like a mod who we're trying to, I guess, focus back on chat monitor and basic pull that. And finally, the deadline for all applications in Shell League, specifically in Shell League, is on August 30th, which is 2 weeks from now. It's on a Friday. So you have until then to submit your applications in order to apply or even be considered as an applicant for the league or any of those roles that I just named. Yeah, that's about it for
Alright.
all the jobs that we're looking for.
So if you guys have any like interest in participating as a staff member, just send us your application. We'll look over it. If we think you're a good fit, if your application checks out, then we'll go through the interview process with you, and hopefully luck is on your side and you get the job. Real quick, Scott, go on the stream and check the audio. People are saying it sounds a little quiet. Okay, I think I fixed it. All right.
It sounds fine. I just put the volume up.
All right, cool. You're not going to be accepted for Shelly Community Manager. We already have a community manager at the moment. Right? Yeah. Okay, so who is going to talk about the teams next season?
I think we can have set open discussion on that. If anyone has anything to add in, who just joined?
Exodus.
It's Exodus, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So pretty much open discussion on this topic. If anyone has anything to say on it, go ahead and just bring it up. Just pretty open here.
One thing I want to quickly touch on is so DW and LW merged, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're going to be kind of like the DXG powerhouses. DXG came in last season. They nearly had their perfect record. Who foiled it? I think Rebel was the ones who beat them.
IQ.
IQ.
We lost the IQ. I don't know
Yeah.
how,
That was a
but
great
it
game.
just
I mean,
happened.
I don't want to
Uh,
flex,
it
but
just
I'm here. So,
Kappa. Anyway,
First
so
TXC and then IQ. I mean,
you
it was
know,
DXG.
we've got a lot of new teams this season. IQ, not IQ,
we're new.
G4L, ELV, TNT, LW, War, and WGA. Um, LW, they've got players, they've got experience on it. But Division A, kind of the same old faces. RBL, very, very good showing from them. Last season they finished, I think it was second place.
6-1-0. Yep, second place.
Yeah, very good from them. That was one thing I kind of compared them to KOW. KOW season 1 was in Division A, dropped to Division B in season 2, and under new leadership they bounced right back. Rebel, that's the same situation with them. They lost. Honestly, this is probably gonna be controversial. Phoenix was probably he was like one of their best players. He was an amazing sniper. Um, and they lost him, and then they lost some other people. I think they lost Light, right?
Light is still here. Recently Corrupt left from RBL.
Yeah,
And what's his name? X Parka.
Ex Parka. Ooh, that's a big
So yeah,
loss.
they're
Yeah.
two like decently big loss.
He left about last week.
The good thing was that Cram just came back from vacation, so Cram is also a really good player on RBL, so he's gonna be playing.
Mercury left
Another
from
thing
Rebel.
is Lillis joined back too, so
Yeah, Axis
we're
just
gonna
told
have
me
a
that
strong sniper core.
Mercury left Rebel. So, Rebel had a really good season last season. I don't know why people would want to leave such a good team moving into Division A. Um, anyway, always love to see those Cinderella stories of a comeback. They're down and out. They finished in a terrible position. I think they were either second to last or last place in season 2, and they came right back, finished second place season 3, and got themselves right back in Division A. Anyone else?
Yeah, there is something like I'd like to touch on, and I think it's the elephant in the room right now. It's high time for season 4, and we're
Definitely.
starting it out tomorrow, I believe, at 6:00 p.m. CDT. The first game is ELV, who they were renamed from SFD2, which finished 3-4-0 last year, and I think it against TNT, which is another carton cutoffs game. Evenly matched because TNT lost a few players and there aren't any more to play in games, so it looks like it's going to be pretty even there. IQ versus TX2 after that. My clan versus TX2. TX2 finishing 2-5. They were 7th in Division A. IQ is 4-3-0 sitting at I think 4th place when it came to playoffs. TX2 has been looking pretty inactive. A couple of their important players
TX2,
left.
I was talking with Crystal, the leader of TX2, and TX2 merge, I'm pretty sure, with someone. I don't know who specifically, but they might.
TX2 might merge. Well, the
It
important
is a
part here is that they lost Venom and they lost Zack Attack.
Yep.
They
Zach
lost
Tech
Zack
is a
Attack?
great player.
Where's Zach going to?
CRGI.
Whoa, you guys are stacked. Honestly,
Extract stealing players.
I'm
right now.
gonna call it early. DXG, CRGI. Those are gonna be the top 2 teams.
We'll
CRGI.
see.
I don't think we've never had a repeat, like a back-to-back season winner. CRGI probably could be the only team to do it in a long time, and DXG I'd have to say would be that second team after them. DXG is really, really strong. They got a lot of good players, and we all knew what they were capable of in season 3, and they didn't disappoint, winning season 3 in the Division B. So it's gonna be fun seeing the first DXG versus CRGI matchup.
Okay, so the next game after that, on Saturday at 7 p.m. CDT, is KOW versus SFD. And looking at all these matchups here, I'd say this one's probably the most interesting.
Those were
Based
pretty
off raw
good teams.
statistics, KOW and SFD were both at 3-4-0 last season, being at, let's see, 5th place and 6th place respectively. Obviously, by the end of season 3, they were about balanced. SFD did have a drop off in members. Come back, I think they've added a couple of members, but the most important one I think was AC, who's a really good sniper. So, losing Dean as well.
KOW has picked up some great players in the past.
That's true.
About 2 weeks, they picked up Gibby and Pony.
Really?
And the returning players, like
Pony
Span,
Furry.
they're definitely going to come out strong.
Yeah, I think we're going to see
improved a lot
here from KOW. Wait, were you going to say, Shell? Sorry about that.
I was just saying that KOW has improved a lot since last season. All of their players have gotten gradually better, and I think that they're going to come out pretty strong. They're going to do really good. That's my opinion.
Yeah. So I guess you could say this game is in KOW's favor.
We'll see though. It could
we'll
be
see if
anyone's
that's-
game.
Sorry, buddy, what was that?
Well, I just said it could be anyone's game. But yeah.
A lot
know-
of these games are like that.
Oh yeah.
That's
Honestly, I had DW as a big favorite winning last season, and CRGI surprised me. I also had TXC in the top, and we know how that went.
stuff happens.
What
That's
about
true.
TXC? It's literally someone.
CRGI happens.
Someone just said, "What about TXC though?" I don't know. TXC,
That's
they had their season, they had their prime. It's kind of like Shaq now. He's off the Lakers and he's just kind of drifting.
Do you know who is in their prime?
Pardon?
Is in their prime right now?
DXG? IQ?
Well,
Yeah.
maybe, but
IQ
CRGI.
Prime,
They're the
right.
big story of season 3 right now, and going into season 4, they're looking really strong. But their opponent PLG has had a huge roster upheaval, and they've gotten a ton of players. I think from DW mainly. But they've got a lot of good players. Last season sat at 6-1-0. Their only loss was to DW actually, but they came and got back at them for the final for season 3 at the end. So they had a really strong performance. PLG was at 4-3-0, but I think they're going to do a lot better this season. So that's definitely going to be the matchup of the night for Saturday. Again, it's at 8 o'clock p.m. CDT, and then we move into the Sunday games.
Real quick, Samra's saying Tolu, Stormy, Gardevoir, and Nez can shut Corgi down. Chelsea, you want to respond to that?
see.
Given
So
that
you
you're
got a
on?
response? This is Fight Club.
Are you guys gonna be shut down?
We have a pretty strong lineup, so I guess we'll see, Samras.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was kind of lame. I was expecting for like
Yeah, like some
yes,
wars.
Yes, you want to fight me? Yeah, let's see your DXC game. Okay, yo, run your shit, Samus. Okay, like something like that. Yeah, that was kind of.
We'll see. We'll see, Samras. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I'm cheering for DXC, of course, but like, no bias as an admin, but whatever.
Speaking
Absolutely
of TXG, their game is the first game on Sunday at 2 o'clock p.m. CDT, and it is versus TXC.
I've prepared
Ooh.
TXC.
4-3-0. What?
I've recruited some very nice players to TXC, including
Yeah,
Oscar
see.
Gamer.
Speaking of TXC,
You've got
Gamer,
Oscar?
I'm convinced.
You
Got
got-
Oscar onto TXC.
You got Oscar from SFD?
Yep.
How?
Alright, we're not
It
going to
took a
talk
while.
about
I'm convinced.
You
Oscar just DM'd me.
What'd he say?
He just gave a wing face.
Dude,
Oh,
Oscar's insane.
He is. He really.
Oscar and
We don't talk
Marshall
about
were like the two big people that came out of exhibition in its short stint.
Yeah.
DW died, Samra said. DW lives on as LW.
Not
So-
really. As Samra said before, a lot of DW players have went to other teams.
Yeah, someone said that some DW players went to where? PLG?
That's what I said. A
think
lot
so.
of them
Yeah.
PLG.
Tolu,
Cold,
Cold,
hooded.
Stormy.
So, Jude, to answer your question, it was the episodes, videos for last season are released late due to a couple of editing issues we had due to Upa's retirement.
Yeah. When he left, he took the YouTube with him for a little bit. After some convincing, we finally got it back. But Upa was really the main editor of the YouTube. And once I finally got it back, I mean I did YouTube for a little bit, but I don't have any editing software, so it kind of fell down to, who we could find that could edit the videos. And EggSlayer stepped up. He edited the videos nearly exactly how
Good
Upa
job,
did
by the
them,
way.
which was beautiful. We gave him all the supplies he needed, the intro. Um, there was just one thing he had to improvise. Besides that, the cuts were good, the transitions, fit nicely. And he did a really good job. I was proud of him.
He
Um,
definitely came out really good.
Oh, very clutch. And we got 3 videos up. We're gonna get, I think, a fourth and a fifth, one gameplay, and then Extract did give me permission to put up meet the season 3 winners. So that'll be kind of fun. Um,
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll just roll down the list again. DXC versus DXG, which, like I said, is going to be a really good matchup. LW versus G4L at 2:40 p.m. CDT. LW, under the name DW, had a record of 5-2-0. They were in second place, for whatever that means, because obviously their huge change of roster and stuff like that could seriously affect their performance. But it's good to have the numbers anyways. They're facing, let's see, G4L, and led by Loveland. If I'm, I don't know if he's still there or not, but they've shown a pretty strong performance in carton cutoffs getting into the league in the first place. So I haven't seen a lot from them yet. I don't know what they can do, but interesting performance, an interesting matchup. After that, it's RBL versus Curse at 3:20 p.m. CDT. RBL, like Chris said, had showing in Division B last season, going 6-1-0, second place, second only to DXG, of course. They had some roster issues going into the Division B final, losing 4-0 for a forfeit, which was kind of disappointing given their amazing performance throughout the season. They should be pretty strong, even without the roster losses, in my opinion, versus Curse, a clan that went 4-3-0. Yep,
Sounds about right, yeah.
4-3-0. And
They were one of
Division B.
they were like one of the average teams. They were like the KOW and the SFDs of the league.
They really weren't shabby. Hippo was one of their best players, but he went dark, and so ever since then they ended up losing in the quarterfinal or in the semifinal game against Rebel, or was it against DX? It was against Rebel, I think.
Rebel, yeah, Rebel.
Yeah. Game. So I guess this would be a rematch of sorts. But I guess an exciting game regardless. Curse didn't lose much of the roster. RBL did, to see that. And then the last game at 4 p.m. CDT is WGA versus War, both carton cutoffs teams. So we have no record to go off of really, but
It'll still be interesting to see.
Proven to be a pretty strong team.
Hopefully we don't have to see any
so
forfeits
far.
tomorrow. Hopefully we get
Hopefully.
eight good games this weekend.
Yup.
For sure.
So-
that's definitely something to look forward.
So we
That
should
wraps up-
It'll be
probably.
a good opening weekend. There's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be some good matchups.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yep.
excited.
Okay, so let's move on to the next topic on the pre-lead, which will have Synthetic Weenie cover for the most part. We'll have him go over kind of his thoughts and opinions and plans for it. You're up.
All right, so for pre-league, so you think
Hold on, one
first
quick
is
thing
the-
before you say anything, Synthetic.
Okay, okay.
I just want to congratulate Synthetic on getting the admin role.
Oh yeah.
If you guys don't know, Synthetic is an
Congratulations.
admin now. So just quick
Yep,
quick
he
shout
is.
out. All right,
So
continue.
he can ban you. So like, watch out.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna get pinged like crazy now. Thank you. So in pre-league, no, it's already started.
Oh
So
my
basically in
God.
pre-league, first thing is the applications. So we're still looking for mods and other staff members in pre-league to help bring more organized team as well. Second, the pre-league season just started. Missed out the first day of streaming. It was today. The next stream happens next Friday, so it's every Friday. You can check out the schedule, pre-league schedule, and pre-league server. Furthermore, in pre-league, I don't even know if it's a furthermore.
You want
I
to
think that might
comment on the new pre-league teams that just
I guess
through
so. The
card
new
cutoffs?
teams. Oh, the new teams that came to Div B through Cup are War, WGA, TNT, and LW. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah, they did very well in pre-league for sure. That's how they get into Div B. DRM sadly did not come. Dude, I think me reviving TXC. That's why DRM didn't come. But whatever. And then in pre-league we have GTD, DRM, LS, who actually put up a really good performance today. You guys should check the stream out. Meep, KGZ or Kings, DR, DGE, and Ghost. So if you want to watch the next Friday, check the schedule out. That's about it for me.
Be a lot of
Yep.
fun.
So with the pre-league, just to let y'all know, we're so close to hitting affiliate. Very,
yeah.
very close. All we need are 2 more stream
Yeah.
days and we'll have affiliate.
Yeah, let me actually just go take a peek at that. 2 more days streamed.
Yep.
Honestly, affiliate's like one of the easiest things to get. You guys already have 160
I mean,
followers.
yeah, it is.
It's basically just like putting in the time and then the path to partners getting the numbers. It's like first it's time, then it's numbers. Prove that
We're
you're there.
way above the minimum on everything
Oh,
except
yeah.
for different days. We
That's
have
pretty-
160 out of 50 followers,
Thank you, Chelsea, for 100 biddies.
15.08 out of 8 stream hours, 5 out of 7 stream on 7 different days, and 29.9 average viewers out of 3.
That's beautiful. Honestly, I kind of want to check our averages. Or
I
do
think
I?
they've been really helped ever since streaming and a couple other people as well. But obviously, Sammer's great streaming personality, very interesting guy. So numbers and we
Samus
thank
does a
him.
great job at streaming the pre-league games.
We have 14% of our viewers in common with pre-league. I wonder why.
I have no idea why.
Neither do I. You know, it's kind of odd. Anyway, so we've got about 3 minutes remaining. Thank you, Officer CB, for the tier 1 subscription. Much love. That always helps us so we can get new emotes to you guys, and then when you sub, you get emotes, which is always fun. We need to update those though. We'll get the
Graphics.
CRGI and DXG emotes in there. We'll take out what emotes do we have right now? We'll take out the God emote. I think we're gonna keep the TXE emote. We're gonna take out the Eggy emote and the Upa emote, or should we keep Upa?
We
No,
gotta
we
keep
should keep it.
We should
have to
probably
We
keep.
need to keep him.
All right,
Keep
we'll
it
keep Upa. So we'll remove God and the Eggy emote. We're gonna keep TXE because they were season 1 OGs.
Yeah.
And then we'll put DXG and CRGI in there. Thank you, Killjoy, for 500
Killjoy.
biddies. Where is Killjoy coming from? Killjoy,
Great.
you're
Back from the
alive?
dead, man.
Killjoy.
You're alive? Killjoy.
Killjoy,
what?
join DXG. Join DXG right now.
Killjoy, don't join
Recruit.
DXG.
Since
Joins
that if you
DM.
can't recruit, you're an admin. You can't be on a team.
Yeah, you're
I
not on a team,
forgot.
buddy.
I mean,
He's
Killjoy
like,
can
damn it, I don't
join
want to admin anymore.
CRGI.
To the entire admin thing. Okay, allow me.
All of DXG is just typing in his DMs right now.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness. All right.
Probably.
And then
Okay.
we're gonna let this last 2 minutes. Any questions you guys have, anything you guys want to ask us, we'll field those questions.
Yep.
We'll go a little bit over time if we get some questions we want to talk about.
Move me into call.
Be
I'm
into
done.
hell.
Who is in favor of
Who is in
winning,
favor?
CRGI or PLG? You guys can't forget about DXG. DXG is a big one.
I think he's just talking about
Out
like
of
the
those
games
Between the two.
tomorrow on this weekend.
Okay. I'd say CRGI is in favor of winning.
Give it like
I'd
a
say
60-40.
KOW for the
Yeah,
other one.
60-40 or maybe 55-45 in favor of CRGI. I'd also say for the SFD versus KOW, 50-50. I don't know.
60-40 again, probably.
I feel it more leaning towards KOW, right?
It all depends on if
I'm leaning
a few
towards KOW.
Leaning towards
Okay.
KOW. Can you guys
Bit
accept my
money in
application?
KOW.
I got the next question. I can answer that one.
Yeah, go ahead.
So KOW Scout's a pretty good player, but that's all opinion. accepting application to mod is not as easy it is. We go through a big process of looking at your achievements, what you've done for other places besides the Shell League, essentially just a resume. If we find your resume suitable, you go in for an interview where we'll ask a series of questions where you can answer those, and depending on your answers for the interview, you'll get the role or you won't.
All right.
I think Axis was a
Hold
the KOW game.
Real quick. Juke said, "Who do you think will win, ELV or TNT?" Both of these are new teams, so I could not tell you.
I'll say
ELV
is SFD2.
Oh,
To
they
be
are?
honest,
Okay.
between those two teams,
Yeah.
I'd say it's the highest chance of a forfeit.
High chance of a forfeit.
Yeah, between the two of them, they're both not very active. ELV, I'm more than TNT,
I'm
but
confident
we'll
in
see.
TNT's performance in cutoffs is really
I
good.
agree. They did really good in cutoffs. They also won cutoffs.
KOW is the clan for reverse sweeps. I'd have to agree. They've reverse sweeps some pretty good teams, and we have some of those
Also-
videos on the YouTube. Shameless plug. Go check it out. Click the link right below. Just click on that big old YouTube symbol, or you can type in Shell League on YouTube. Thank you, Officer CB, for 200 biddies. Much love.
CB.
hey baby, the man.
All right. Well, it is 9:31 p.m. Central Standard Time. We've hit our mark. We talked about all we wanted to talk about in a perfect time frame. We also got some questions in from you guys, some things you guys wanted to add. Whack Attack left KOW. What? Oh, that's
It's almost
McChicken.
Zactatag.
Yeah.
He did.
Chicken.
So who are we going to raid? Is Owl streaming right now?
I don't know. He stopped.
I could check.
Rockers
Bob Ross.
gaming.
Rockers is streaming Zoms. We're not.
Bob Ross. No,
okay.
raid Bob Ross.
Bob.
All right, Captain. Raiding Bob Ross.
Go.
Going in.
My gosh.
Right on, Bob Ross. Thank you guys so much for coming out watching the ShellCast today. Thank you to all my beautiful people who
Thank
helped me
you,
commentate.
everybody.
Synthetic, Destiny, Chalsta, Bunny Rich. Fluffster was in here for a tad bit. Ford Diesel, much love. You were here for just a second. Thank you. We're going to raid Bob Ross now. Make sure you guys come stop by tomorrow. We do have 4 games on tomorrow. They're going to be a little bit later than normal, starting at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, ending at, I think, 8:30 or 8:20 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we'll see you guys all then. Start of Season 4. Good luck to everybody. Raid and Bob Ross. Enjoy.